Hello, my name's Martin, welcome back to another video. So you're possibly watching this video around about 23rd, 24th of December. So we thought we'd just do a bit of a roundup of the year and wish you all Merry Christmas. So we've got James here.
You alright?
And we've got Roy here. And we're going to do this kind of podcast style, like we did during COVID, where we chat about the year that's just passed. We won't go on too long, don't worry. And just reminisce. I'm going to ask these two some questions. I'm going to try and find out what their favourite explores were and what my favourite explore was. And we've got some drinks to try. Anyway, I've always wanted to try Ina Sharples' milk stout. Yes. Ina Sharples always said milk stout. I'll have a milk stout, and I've always wanted to try it. So I didn't actually know that you could still get hold of it, but you can still get hold of it, very much so. So we're going to be trying that, and we're going to be trying this drink as well. Northern Monk chocolate fudge brownie.
That sounds awful. Yeah, this sounds a bit dubious, but I reckon it'll be alright.
Now, every time there's a drink like that, it sounds really nice. Chocolate fudge brownie. I'm always let down by it. Because I think I'm going to get like a proper chocolate milkshake, and I don't get that. Right, so anyway, quick recap. So we've reviewed some products. Obviously before Christmas we got sent some products to review. The e-bike, the scooter and the foldable mountain bike. I didn't want to turn them down, to be honest with you. I didn't want to turn them down because I thought they were good little products. So I know it's not to everyone's taste when we do reviews, but I really wanted the e-bike and the folding mountain bike. And to be honest with you, we're kitted out now for next summer, and we can go and do little expeditions on the bikes. So thanks for bearing with us, but we are now back to normal, and we've got a lot of things to get through coming up next year, haven't we?
Yeah, plenty to be on with.
Plenty to be going on with. So, Cornbrook.
Yeah.
We have filmed Cornbrook 4 underground, haven't we? A lot shorter than what I thought.
Yeah, but a lot involved.
Cornbrook 3, right, we thought, didn't we, that Cornbrook 3 would just be like a bit of a non-entity. And the more and more I looked at it, the more we just kept finding stuff, didn't we?
That's it. I said to you, I don't know what we're going to do with this. I think it's going to be a bit of a filler.
Yeah.
And then we did it.
47-minute filler.
No, we walked around Manchester, didn't we? Around that area.
Well, it's when you start, you walk around the area, then you start looking at the maps. And first of all, I'm thinking, there's only the flipping, what was it? The Rush Brook that's really interesting.
The redeeming features, and then,
Yeah, and then it turned out to be quite a monster.
It did.
So we pushed Roy, didn't we?
Yeah, to do it.
To go and do Cornbrook 4.
I know, because otherwise it would
very
be
It's very precious to Roy Cornbrook. He wants to do each piece he wants to celebrate each section. But we've done Cornbrook 4. So what can we say about Cornbrook 4? Wasn't stupid.
No. Clean.
Interesting.
What? Clean.
Clean.
Well, it was.
It was filthy.
It was. Oh yeah, there was.
We can't remember.
There were some bits where the gases were coming.
It was horrific. It was, it weren't okay. I don't want to overplay it, but there were times you were walking in it and the floor just disappeared, and you went down and come back up, and the gases that were emanating was ridiculous. I would love to tell you that the Cornbrook is this wonderful, clear, babbling brook with cranes flying round it and all this, because that's what it's named after.
All right, it was
the brook of
filthy,
cranes,
and it was gassy.
It stunk of farts.
It was. No,
anyway,
I don't want to go on too much about it because you will see it, but the Cornbrook, I think that most of it is foul, to be honest with you.
It's a fetish.
When it goes very shallow, you can see it looks like it's clear water running, but when you're in that deep stuff and that mud is churning up, and it's churning out gases, and I really expected that gas detector to go off, and it didn't.
I think we're the first people to go down it in a while.
I think we are. I think you're right. I think the last person was him. So I'm now looking at maps and pulling stuff together for Cornbrook 4, and we're very much focusing on, it's kind of like the Hardwick area. In fact, we don't go much beyond Hardwick, do we? Anyway, Black Sheep, is it? Black Sheep Milk Stout. Creamy, rich and dark. Right, there you go. And we've had it in the fridge, and I don't know that you're supposed to have it in the fridge, because it wasn't in the fridge.
You'd have a Guinness in the fridge though, wouldn't you?
Yeah, where's your bottle opener? Now apparently it's described as sweet. It's a stout, but it's sweetened by the milk.
It is Vinto. Smell like the corn.
The Cornbrook, yeah.
Get your gas detector out.
So I'll smell it.
Right, okay.
I've had stuff like this before and it's
Like
not
you?
nice.
It's a bit...
Oh God. Well, you know what? Tastes like the smell of a drain.
They're all
In a
off.
way.
You can never get it.
It's not creamy, is it?
It's
No.
not. It's, why is it fizzy?
It's not creamy.
It shouldn't be fizzy.
Did either Sharples drink this or clean a
It
drink?
must have done, yeah.
This is awful.
It's not that bad.
It's.
It doesn't taste like
It
what
shouldn't
you
be fizzy.
described.
It shouldn't
No.
be fizzy.
Creamy, rich and creamy. It's not creamy, is it?
No, it's fizzy.
Yeah, it's fizzy.
It's overly fizzy. It's bubbly.
You can taste the stout.
Yeah, it's stouty in it.
That reminds me of your bath water.
Yeah.
What did you drink? It's bath water.
No, I've seen it. I've seen it.
Walked into that one, didn't you? You'll sell anything, won't you?
This is the sort of present you'll get off like your uncle or something. and
Or
then-
you.
Yeah, you'll get a present like a full crate of these, and they're all like one's caramel, one's creamy, and it's you're just like.
That's what I got from Christmas off mine.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Right, so we're not sure about the milk stout, are we?
No.
You don't like things like that, do you?
I just think keep it plain, like a beer's a beer,
Yeah.
a stout's a stout. Don't be putting like
I'm
chocolate.
a local lad,
Don't
anyway.
Don't get like
I'm
white.
just a straightforward local lad. Keep it plain.
Yeah.
Jesus.
In a minute,
Yeah,
they'll be
well-
asking if you can have yours.
Right, so one of the things we wanted to do as it's Christmas, I've never done this before, we wanted to look back at the past year, didn't we?
The days have passed.
And talk about the things we've done this year. So, first off, we'll go this way. What was your favourite explore this year?
Surprisingly, I think it was the first one we did in. Was it January?
Yes.
I
Which
think
was that one?
It was the Red Barn.
The Windsbrook.
Yeah.
The Windsbrook you liked.
Yeah.
Which bit of the Windsbrook? Because we did. Actually, you only came to one part.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So which bit? Red Barn.
Red Barn.
Yeah, Red Barn. So show you a few clips of Red Barn.
Wow.
It's the all that iron staining. It was quite. It was, to be honest with you, considering it's very much local to us, it was quite an interesting one. So Red Barn. So why did you like that? I mean, I can see the attraction, but why?
Just
Why does
because
that stick in your mind?
it's not a well-known one. I like, even though I know
You don't like going in well-known drains,
No,
do you,
it,
James?
just like because he was like it was local to us, and then it had quite a lot of stuff to see, so it had like a few things to see which were good. No, it's good because I talked to my mum and she was like, "Oh, I used to play down there," and it was quite nice.
What, in the bleeding culvert?
She's
Your mum, no wonder you turned out like you did.
They all say
she used to play out round where the culvert where it used to be the rubber.
Yeah. Carrying a basket full of bread for
Yeah,
little
yeah.
hungry baby here. I've got to get home, the baby's hungry. Bread, mummy, bread. What a cock.
She used to play around there. She used to live around there.
Did she?
Yeah.
She learned to swim there. It's about an inch deep.
She used to live near as the Big Chad.
All right, then. What was your favourite?
Right. Okay.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
In the spirit of choosing something different, it was one of our above ground escapades.
It's good that you just thought of that.
Well, yeah. It was the crane, the steam crane up in where was it? What was the place called? Trough of Bowland, Forest of Bowland, weren't it?
Yeah.
I can't remember what the place was called now, but anyway, it was the old steam crane. And you know what I liked about it? When we got there and we found that little area, that old quarry that it was in, and there was a waterfall there, and the weather was nice.
It was a bit of an adventure to get to as well.
It was.
It was a bit like trying to find the ring.
The ring.
Like trying to find the one ring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
find your ring. When did Timmy's first day out? No.
That was Timmy's.
And yes, and that was Timmy's first.
Oh, Tim! He's just fallen in.
That it survived out there
Yeah.
on its own. I mean, I know that you've got the steam crane on the Bury Bolton Canal, but that's kind of like looked after and cared for by the Canal Society.
Yeah.
And they paint it, they check on it. That one is kind of, you wouldn't know it were there, would you? and that really is in the state that the day they walked off that site and they left that there, that is still exactly as they left it, I think.
All that's just how they left it on the last day.
I mean, probably the cables have snapped and the jibs fell down, but pretty much as it were left. All the cogs and the levers were there and everything. So, yeah, amazing.
And it was good because we didn't really know what we were going to go and see, and it was a good day adventure.
And plus you like a walk, don't you?
Yeah, I like getting my steps in.
To get the steps in.
I think I've burned a few calories, but not loads. I don't think I've got, but he looks knackered, are you? He looks
No, I'm
sweaty.
just healthy, me. It's just heart's going, everything's fine.
You've got a good red glow to you.
Yeah. It's us outdoor people are like this. There's enough calories for the world on your stomach. You feed a small country off that once that starts breaking.
It burns all the
Calories
of the breakfast ride, doesn't it?
Yeah. I did some walking this year, didn't I? According to these two, I've never walked.
Yeah, we went out, we went hiking and he
Got some
didn't
boots.
like walking, do you?
No, I've got some new boots.
Right, so Roy's turn. So what was your favourite thing this year?
You know what, it's a tough one, isn't it? We've done so much stuff.
Yeah.
And this is where you want me to say Cornbrook, and it's not. I'm going to throw it out here. The Worsley Brook that we did, alright, I showed these two, and again, I said it's going to be some kind of a filler this. I don't know where we're going with this Worsley Brook. It's a bit of a, sort of a nothingy culvert, although it isn't. And we went and did it. I've been before numerous times, and it all got a bit, didn't get off to the best of starts really. We had a bit of a contour getting in, didn't we? Then we got to a strange bit that goes under the canal that him and Parky kind of bottled it at. And I thought, this is going to be like a no-go, this. He's going to say something, go on.
No, I mean, well, for a start, he didn't come.
No, I wasn't there.
I thought it was going to be a very short section, and I'd seen pictures of that chamber with the two outfalls in it. Is that right? Outfalls.
Yeah.
I didn't realise there was more to it, and obviously it being Worsley and connected to the old boatyards and everything, so there was a lot more to it than what I thought.
There was, and the thing is, that video, I don't know what did it do in the end. It got a ridiculous amount of.
That did well view views.
Yeah, it was, and you managed to go away and again, like everything, pull some right stuff from that, didn't you?
Yeah, I don't know.
I remember you texted me saying it's going to be a biggie this, and I'm thinking, oh, how's this going to be?
I think everyone knows.
What's he done with it?
Everyone knows about
Yeah.
the Worsley mines, don't they? That's probably why.
Oh yeah.
But the mines really weren't part of it. We tied them in.
That's what I thought you was not going to.
Did you?
Yeah.
When we said Worsley Brook,
Yeah. I thought it was round there, do you know, where all the...
mines are.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of
Can't
does
win
it.
the mines,
No.
can you?
No.
Too toxic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Too
but
gaseous and dangerous.
And for a little bit of a nothing culvert, it was actually quite a bit going on, weren't there?
Yeah, it was quite
Above
interesting.
ground and underground and everything.
Well, Marcus isn't here. But obviously we have to talk about the point where we went round the corner
Yes.
and we went from like walking in ankle deep water to suddenly look at this low area of long, I couldn't, for as far as the eye could see, black, deep, what looked like deep water almost up to the top of the arch.
It was like, deep.
So as per usual, come on, be right, come on, actually like leads from the front, fair enough, and me and Marcus having this conversation going, what do you think? It looks shit, this looks shit, this looks the shit, this is terrible. The worst thing about it is that it's not only is it you to go into deep water, and I'll tell you something now, once that water gets up to your waist in them waders, you kind of feel, don't you, that you just like, need to be careful here, because if you slipped and fell, it would go over your waders.
Especially you, I mean, you've got good buoyancy though, so you'd be alright.
Yeah, you just float to the top.
I mean,
Anyway, me and Max had the conversation, and he's off and that. So we, what's the word? With trepidation, we went forward, and then at some point, Marcus overtook me, and suddenly felt that he was like, "Oh, I'm all right now."
Oh yeah,
bossed it. Apparently he bossed it, and I have to keep reminding him of the little conversation we had where we had to decide whether we were going to go forward or not. But Marcus bossed it.
Oh, I bossed it.
Yeah.
And then the more, because I was nervous about that deep dark water, Marcus sort of like got his second wind, didn't you?
Yeah,
you know, when
that was
somebody's
it then.
nervous in the group, it kind of like gives you confidence, doesn't it? So Marcus bossed it. We didn't come back that way though, did we?
Well, that was it. I think that was the best bit for me.
Which way did you come back?
Well,
yeah. So we had to keep our eye on the rain, and on the way back, we kind of like made our escape. It was before that low bit. We had to go up this steep embankment into these gardens in the middle of posh Worsley.
What are you doing there, boy?
Well, it weren't that bad actually. I thought we were going to get that, but we made our escape. We didn't do any damage. We just nipped over a wall and we were out onto the street. So yeah, so Worsley Brook. Interesting thing about that was not a lot of people seem to know about it.
no.
Certainly not the way it goes on that hidden path. Right, so Marcus has been with us more than ever this year, so he can't be with us this evening, so we're gonna go over to Sheffield now, and we're gonna say, Marcus, what was your favourite adventure?
Hi everyone, sorry I couldn't obviously be in the video with them, but oh well. So I'm over here in Sheffield. My favourite part of the year probably be the Impassable Chamber video, filming that. Even though it kind of didn't go to plan, it kind of did. It was such fun to do. I think I'd never been put forward such a challenge as a culvert. Obviously, you know I'm the drain maestro, but that culvert was quite a challenge. So I really enjoyed doing that because it was just such a challenge, but I loved it, and it was such a nice culvert, so much history involved, and it was just a nice area in the first place. So that would probably be my favourite part of the year. Anyway, cheers.
It's been kicking out. I know, we're alright. It's not what everyone else had too much kick out. It's not running faster or slower. Well, I've been watching it since day. Did you not see a sun kick out? No, we were swinging over there. This is amazing. You can't go with this, do you? Why is it so much faster here? Where's the stick?
So, interestingly, Marcus picked the same one as you.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to try Northern Monk Chocolate Fudge Brownie Stout. I have a feeling we're going to be disappointed.
8.4%.
Oh, it's quite strong.
Oh
Keep
my
it away
God.
from you then.
You're going to be more...
Bad enough after a jam button.
I hate it when this wrong. Right, don't put loads in.
It's like treacle.
Smell it.
Smells chocolatey.
Say shit.
Definitely smells chocolatey, doesn't it?
Smells fudgy.
It's supposed to pour it
Fudge.
for me.
You would smell fudge, wouldn't you?
Better than the first one.
Yeah.
I think
As described on the tin anyway, at least
Yeah.
this one. It is fudgy, isn't it?
you don't need fizz with a stout. There's no
Chocolatey.
Yeah, fudgy.
The garlic approves anyway.
Yeah, it's not bad that.
It's quite thick,
that
which
one.
you quite like.
Milk stout, incredibly disappointed. Ina, how did you drink the milk stout? Because it's just fizzy stout. There's nothing to it, is there?
Stout.
When you read about it, it says it's the milk sweetens it. It sounds like really nice, but it's just not that.
You might have bought a rubbish one.
Well, there's only that one that I can buy.
Was it?
Right, so of course this year has seen the relaunch or the reissue of Jeff Ashworth's book, The Lost Rivers of Manchester. And Keith Warrender, who kind of like pulled it all together, sort of asked us, have we got any photos of places? And we sent him, didn't we?
Yeah.
Photos, good photos. Unfortunately, he couldn't use them because of the nature in which we go in which case we just walk in places. Take only photographs, leave only footprints, but we walk into these places, and he was a bit nervous about things that have been, photos that have been taken unofficially and putting them in an official book. So there's a nice picture of that you took of me sat above the grill.
Pomona.
Yeah, fame at last there. So that was a nice one. Going back to Cornbrook, you know what I'm going to find really frustrating?
Go on.
Getting upstream to the point where we can no longer follow it. Because it gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and then we get to Gorton, and then it eventually runs open again. But I've seen where it's running open, and it's not.
It's a babbling brook.
It's not a babbling brook, is it?
No,
Not
it's
a babbling
fenced.
brook. So it's just, and then beyond that, going further upstream, I think we'll just lose it, won't we? Because it'll go that small.
Yeah, it's a bit of nothing like a tib. It's in probably 3 foot. Well, it is 3-4 foot, and it just goes to a source, which is
But
a bit of water under a road.
so if the Cornbrook is nothing upstream, why is all that water downstream? And I'll tell you why I asked the question, is because nothing joins it.
There is.
Yeah, so I suppose you've answered my question, surface water.
surface water and the odd spring or whatever you want to call them, and all this stuff trickles in and becomes a flow. So, but the upstream bit doesn't have much in it.
Right.
And to be honest, there is stuff that spills in from factories and stuff there, which probably is a bit naughty, but it does. And it's
Yeah, so we reckon 2 more. No, sorry. Well, so Cornbrook 4, 5, and then 6.
I don't know about 6. Probably not.
Probably just
I
like
reckon.
No, I think we've got enough for 5.
Maybe finish it at
Which
5.
is a lot as it is, but you know.
Be right, Parky, be right, got a gas stove, got some gas, got the water to about 8 degrees and then it gave up. So I'm now having a brew, look at that, cold. Be right, right. I had dreams of having a hot brew in the countryside by the Viaducts.
it would have been nice.
It would have been nice, wouldn't it? Right, so quite often we're asked for outtakes, and there's only one outtake I can think of.
I'm sure there's a couple. I don't
Yeah.
know it. Something we've not shown you yet. But it's funny.
They might be vertical.
Sorry, Parky.
So there is, yes, there is one outtake, and it was. So what you don't know is that at the beginning of this year we filmed the Gorebrook, didn't we?
Yeah, the various culverted bits.
He wasn't there. It was me, Roy, and Parky, Marcus. So we didn't want to start like bring that in because I still got to do the final medlock yet.
Oh, yeah. Elephant in the room. Yeah.
Elephant in the room. And you know the music's been copyrighted now. He's actually copyrighted the music. So
Can you not put some new music on it?
well, can I put some new music on? They're all going to say, no, you can't put that. It has to be the actual medlock music. So because we'd not finished the medlock and we were doing the Cornbrook, we didn't want to leave. We didn't want to start like a new series. So we have actually filmed the Gorebrook, haven't we?
Yeah, pretty much.
Which again was absolutely horrific.
How many episodes is that? Just
How was
one?
it horrific? Right. I just want to define horrific because...
Alright, it wasn't horrific, right? But let's just say there's one part of it that's so dangerous, right? That if you fell in,
Alright, yeah.
if you fell in, you'd disappear in mud, right? And some bright spark came up with let's go in on a lilo.
Well,
It would flip over and you'd just disappear into the
That
mud.
would be good in the comedy thing.
It'd be very comedy as you watch us die. Yeah.
Well, I went in that bit, didn't I? And I actually thought that would be a better way of approaching it. But, yeah.
Not that way that we said. Anyway, we won't. You don't know what we're talking about. It's a bit of an in-joke. But we did the Gorebrook. Now, the last time you saw us in the Gorebrook was, of course, the Gorton Falls. When we did Gorton, we're going back to 2 years now, Gorton Falls, and it was raining that day. Probably a sort of day you wouldn't go in Gorton Falls. But we went in, but it was quite spectacular. It was good.
Yeah, it was.
It was good. Anyway, the last time we saw us in Gorebrook was Gorton Falls. We decided to do all the culverts all the way down, which no doubt will be another little series where we look at the area and maybe the history of the area. Well, anyway, this outtake, which is probably the funniest thing that's happened all year, was about Marcus. I'll show it you.
You have to, can you see it?
Yeah.
Frame it.
There you go.
I was trying to hold you, sorry.
I think we got that on camera, you're right. That went well. He just disappeared.
I know.
It's not
like...
The thing is, it worked a wide enough angle for you to see exactly how he went down. He just seemed to suddenly disappear, didn't he?
I know, we should laugh at the misfortune.
Shouldn't laugh at the poor lad, but it was the funniest thing. He was saved by his hair anyway. Saved by his hair. His 1970s hair.
Yeah.
You know, there's still some people that can't get over that hair.
I know.
You remember you remember in like, was it the 60s when Mick Jagger and the Beatles grew the hair long? Oh, ridiculous! This is what have they done? They look like girls. And it's like 2023, and some people are still shocked by Marcus's hair.
Yeah.
Not saying who. I'm sure 99% of you are wonderful, of course. But there's the odd 1 or 2% that come up with stuff about Marcus's hair. He's a heavy rocker. He's not really. I'm looking forward to in the new year, one of the things I'm looking forward to is finally editing a video that we filmed the basis of about 2 years ago.
Oh yeah.
He's laughing because he's been mithering me. Now I don't want to get too in joke here because I know you don't know what I'm talking about, but we filmed this thing and I think it's quite wonderful, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
and there's no other videos of it, and because I was so a bit daunted by the whole story, I kind of kept putting it off and thinking this is a big job, putting it off and never getting round to it. So I need to finally get this thing.
You do.
I think otherwise somebody else will bloody find it and do it, won't they?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's not unknown. People know about it, but I don't think many people know about it.
It's not really covered, has it?
Not been covered, no.
If anything.
Anyway, we won't go on too much about that one. So quite often I'm asked, are you running out of stuff? Well, not really.
No.
I think there's always something, and even if we go further afield, there's always more stuff to find, isn't there?
Yeah.
You like a walk, don't you? Get the weight off you.
I know, so do you.
Yeah. What about another woodhead?
Well, I think we should do a follow-up to that.
Yeah.
There's quite a bit to it still, isn't there?
Yeah, I think
It's worthy of
we
a follow-up.
didn't.
Cover everything.
We certainly didn't cover everything, and it did very well. And it was mainly about us cycling up to the tunnels, weren't it? Really.
Yeah.
So we could probably get some more. I have actually bought some books, to be honest with you, to read up on it and try and do a follow-up video to the woodhead. So probably that's coming soon, but don't pressure me on. If you want to do it right, you've got to do it right.
Yeah.
So 2 years.
How many
2
videos
years.
have you got
No,
waiting
no,
to
not
edit?
2 years.
No, not 2 years.
How many videos you got left to edit now? About 7.
This is the man that just does nothing. He comes along, eats cake, has a burger, and goes home and leaves it.
And
And I then sit at home and edit it and do,
You're doing a good job.
Thanks very much.
He asked us what the next best adventure is, and he hasn't got any clue.
When we go on another big adventure.
I've actually got a list.
Have you?
Yeah.
All right, go on then.
You have, it's a crap list. Pie shop in Yorkshire.
Yeah.
I think there's a pie shop in Blackburn.
Yeah.
There's a tea shop. Yeah. So going off topic now, I'm going to put him on the spot now. You're a bit of an explorer, and you've been exploring for a long, long time, haven't you? Roy's kind of like, you did a lot of stuff
A long time ago.
quite a while, 10 years ago.
And that's it.
And what he did was he photo documented a lot of it. Video wasn't his thing, so it's a lot of photo documentation and writing, isn't it? A write up and things like that on a forum. What is your? Can you even talk about it? Your all-time favourite thing?
Yeah, I reckon I can actually.
Go on then.
It's underground.
Yeah, underground.
Underground.
Yeah.
And it's actually the Manchester Salford Junction Canal in Manchester, obviously.
Really?
Yeah, I'm surprised you've done it. I've done
No, you mentioned it. Yeah.
Because it's unique.
Yeah.
And although one bit of it for a few years was opened up to the public, it wasn't really the canal. It was just a bit of a docking area under the Great Northern that you're allowed to walk around. But
You've done more of it, haven't you?
I did the whole lot on to Granada and back. But I think there's something special about that place, if you ask me. You know.
So the Manchester Salford Junction Canal, I did do a video on it, but of course I was limited in what I could do. The annoying thing is 2011, I did like a guided tour down there. 2011, didn't take a camera. The brief was wear sensible shoes and bring a torch. I've said this before. So I wore my sensible shoes, took a torch, didn't take a camera, didn't take anything else. Thought it was quite fascinating, but didn't document it. And you can't go down there now. So
it's fascinating.
if we can, we will, but it's a bit of a difficult one, that one. So yeah, I just wanted to put him on the spot and ask him what his all-time favourite was. Right, so we won't go on too much. We thought we'd talk to you, reminisce about the year. We could reminisce even further, but we just reminisced about the year. People asking what's the relationship between us?
You're my dad.
You're my granddad.
I'm your nephew.
Yeah.
Park is your daughter.
He's 6 months old. No, yeah, so people asking what the relationship is between us all. Right, so basically I work with him. He came working where I work. We got chatting. I think he eventually he followed me on Instagram, caught on to me exploring, said, what are these places you go to? Because you like a bit of a walk, don't you?
Yeah.
You like to keep active, don't you?
I do.
So I said, well, come with us. And the first thing, do you remember what your first video was that you did?
Was it the urbex one?
Yeah, Urbex in the middle, weren't it? Yeah. Was it that? I think it wasn't quite the Urbex one, but it was
near there.
The Naden Brook, I think it was. Yeah, and that was in, I think, 2020. So just mates that work together. He'd been watching my videos, and one day I got a shady message of someone, and I thought,
you were summoned.
I was kind of summoned, and I didn't know we were going to get beaten up. It was like you know when Goodfellas, you know when Jimmy goes to get made. When they make I've got to be made, and they go and they put a gun to the back of his head and blast him away. Well, it was like that. I turned up at this pub, and over in the corner at the far end is yon fella sat there, and we got chatting like what you do and all the rest of it. Oh, cheers and all that rest of it. Then terrifies me with this explorer he wants me to do. I'm not even going to mention what it is. It was just terrifying.
It will happen though.
And he said to me, "We'll do this together. We'll do this." And I was like, "Show me what it was," and I was like. Anyway, we sort of like maintained contact and that was it. And then Marcus was Marcus is one of these geeks that's into what we do, so he's into the tunnelling and the drains and the culverts and all the rest of it. And of course, when you're on the internet, you don't only go local, you go national and global. So some little weirdo boy over in Sheffield sat watching us, and the first message on Instagram was, "What torch do you use?" So I told him what torch to use. He went, "Right, I'm going to get one of them because I do a lot in Sheffield." And so him and his dad invited us over to Sheffield to do Megatron, weren't it?
Yeah.
That's how we got to know Marcus and his dad. And then I think we invited him and Marcus and his dad over to us in Manchester. And then we got to know them, and then Marcus has grown up a bit more now. I think he's 17 now, so he gets to train over and he does the adventures with us. Thing is, you're not going to find many blokes our age that do this kind of thing in most of them. And I don't blame you, most of you sat home in your armchairs going there, oh, very interesting, not for me. Yeah. So I don't blame you. It's more of a, I'd say a younger man's game, but it's more of a even younger man's game because you're a bit big now for drains, aren't you?
Yeah, so
we have to we have to consider where we're taking him these days.
That's it, well, you walk really quick in them tunnels, don't you?
You have to retaliate. He has to come back with
come here! You get stuck behind Martin, you're there,
You get the heavy bag and all, don't you? What happened to that?
Or you get stuck behind him having a poo in a tunnel. Anyway, I'm not saying
Killing him. Trench, there's a tunnel near it.
That said, it's Christmas, so from us,
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Marcus.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to everyone who watches the videos. If you want to watch my videos, down below, or if you want to search it up, my name is The Drain Maestro. But anyway, Happy New Year and Merry Christmas to everyone.
So from all us lot, Merry Christmas. Thanks for supporting us over the year.
Yeah, we can't do it without you.
We can't do it without you. No, we enjoy your support. We enjoy your supportive comments. But yeah, so anyway, so thanks for your comments and thanks for your support. I know we're not cracking out a video every week at the moment, but we all do still work.
Yeah.
We can't always, because there's three, maybe four of us now, we can't always get to meet up.
We're all weird shifts, aren't we?
We're all on different shifts, so... And it's just difficult banging them out every single week because sometimes that might erode the quality if I start to rush them. So thanks for being with us this year. We'll carry on next year and have another good year. Things to come that we don't even know about yet. So from us, Merry Christmas. Thanks for being with us and we'll see you in the new year. Bye for now.
Have a good new year.
Happy New Year. Can you just describe this chamber?
Yeah, this is the drawing again. You enter here. As you can see, this is very detailed drawing.
Jamie explores. Master sleep. Look at that. Amazing.
Right, pal. Service is over, pal. You need to get off the bus. We're at the garage now. Honestly, he's been on this bus for 4 hours.